Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us. My name is Bastian Marx, and I'm really excited to welcome you at the presentation of Team Ceres Ruvi Sauerland. What is going to happen here tonight? First of all, we're gonna introduce you to the new sponsors of the team for 2022. We'll talk about the goals for the team, and finally, we're gonna witness a virtual challenge race on the Ruvi app to select 2 riders for the team roster for 2022. As these 2 riders will be finally selected in their team camp in Girona in March, tonight is not going to be the final team presentation. Today I'm here in Arnsberg at an awesome new place with awesome people who share a big passion for cycling, and it's my pleasure to introduce you. Who stands behind the project? What are the goals? What has changed? And now we are getting in with the people. To my left, we have Heiko Volkert and Jörg Scherf, team owners and team managers of Team Ceres Ruvi Sauerland. On my right, Dominik Przedota of Ruvi and Frank Schreiner, who's going to introduce us to Ceres. Frank, we talked today before, and I'm super excited about this project and the whole idea that stands behind it. Who is Ceres and what can we expect?
Yeah, Ceres is not so well known in Europe so far because it's a US-based company, family-owned company. The name Ceres is actually coming from Sarah and Chris Fortune, who are the owners of the company. And the company over here is really, not only over here but globally, is really about inclusion and breaking down barriers between people and their ride. That means a lot in several things. On the rec side, where they do rec business, they do bike infrastructure, and we also do trainers. And on the trainer side, of course, it's important for us to give access to pro cycling. That's actually the whole reason behind this project, is giving people that would normally not have the opportunity to potentially ride in a pro team, but would have the ability that they can actually compete and try and find their opportunity here. So that's what how the whole project starts. Now we came together with the guys from Sauerland-Renn-Team, and for us it's very important that we're talking about the age group of 18 to 23-year-old riders mainly, so maybe with a bit of variance there, but overall 18 to 23-year-old development, because especially if we talk about riders that qualify through their strength online, they still need to learn, they need race education, they need to learn how to ride in the peloton, etc. So that's why we're looking for riders that can still be shaped in that case. So that's the background of that whole project. Yeah.
Yes, and as you said, without this project, they wouldn't be able to learn that at that level. Maybe you can also give us a hint of how this whole selection process is going to work. Like I said, it's going to be 4 races, and yeah, you are into it. Just tell us more about that.
So I think the most important thing here is that this is not just a promotion. It's a long-term project where we're having a 3-year agreement with the team, and we're really sustainably bringing that to the next level. The idea here really is to constantly give 2 people that are qualified through online racing the opportunity to ride in regular pro peloton, and that's the intention. Now, how do we get there? The first race is today, which we consider to be like a prologue. It's a pretty tough prologue, but it's a prologue. And then we'll have 3 more stages, and then we'll pick out of the potential winners of these races. We will invite 4 people to the training camp in Girona, which will happen in March, and then we'll pick 2 out of these 4 with a jury of. Where, for example, Fabian Wegmann will be part of. We'll pick 2 riders who then will actually be with the team and race with the team.
Okay, thank you. That sounds awesome. Next, who is with me is Dominic, and Dominic is of the company Ruby, who's the second big sponsor of Service Ruby Sauerland. And first of all, thank you for helping to organize this event. And now, who is Ruby, and how did the idea develop to bring an engagement in a professional cycling team?
Thank you, Bastian. It's a pleasure to be here, a pleasure to be part of this project. Ruby is the application that brings, real routes from all around the world to athletes' homes so that they can literally, travel the world. And it's great to be here, to allow athletes from all around the world to participate in races and actually join the guys in the race today and even compare to them. I think that's the whole idea that we have behind racing on Ruby, that we want to connect these two worlds, the world of professional riders and the amateur riders. One can basically from their home, ride exciting routes as we are riding today, the route from La Vuelta.
Thanks a lot, and I'll come back to you when we present where are we racing today and what is the whole system behind it. Now to the two that I'm already familiar with, Heiko and Jörg. And first, Heiko, I already said you are one of the team owners. I was flashed today when I came here. Whole new facility for the team. Tell us where we are today.
Today we are in Arnsberg in our new domicile. So for 2022 we have a new rooms. We built it up in the last 10 months, and we have more than 400 square meters for cars, for stuff, for bikes, for everything, and also for our sponsors to present their products.
How long do you run the team already?
7 years. Now we are in the 7th season. Started on a stupid idea of Tobago, and then we work for a lot of teams worldwide, and then we had the idea to make our own team, our own race, and this is something we had every year, several times if we were at the bar and drink some beers and.
Nice. Now, Jörg. Yes, seems like everything is new this year, but not everything is new. I guess the goals that you had all these years are still the same.
Yeah, so we want to develop young riders, and we want to grow with them together. We also want to make the step to become a professional cycling team or a pro team or maybe a Vuelta team to take part in the biggest races of the world. That is still our goal. We have it from the beginning on, and we try to continue this vision or this idea.
Yep. Still, some things are going to change in that system because you seem like you are much more open this year. Okay, now we know who stands behind the project, and now we'll have a short spot. Welcome back. Okay, who are we gonna look at tonight? We will have in March 14 riders on the team. 12 are already set. 2 are gonna be selected over the online races. Now I'm gonna introduce you to 5 riders that are already on the team. 3 that were before and 2 new ones. One that has been on the team for 3 years now is Julian Braun. Hi Julian, how old are you and where do you come from at first?
Hi, I'm 26 years old and I come from Kirchen. It's 80 kilometers far away from here. And so I'm one of the regional guys in the team.
Yes, tonight you gonna give some competition to the guys that try to be on the team this year. So you don't have to win the race, you already on the team. But I heard you are a time trial specialist, and today we have something like a time trial on Ruby.
Yes, it's definitely a nice course today, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the race and to fight against the competitors. Let's see.
Nice, give them hell. All right, further to the next guy, and now we have the first new rider on Team Saris Ruby Sauerland 2022, and I guess it's the first international rider we ever had here. It's Evan Russell. Evan is from Canada. Evan, how old are you? Where do you come from exactly? And tell us, how did you find the way to the team?
Hi, I'm 20 years old and I live Vancouver Island, Canada. And how I found my way to the team is I just knew the team wanted to be more international, and I decided to reach out to the team, and here I am. I'm one of the lucky few on the team, and yeah.
Yes, nice. You look like a quite light guy. I guess you're gonna be a really challenging rider in uphill races. Is there any race you're looking for this season?
Definitely looking forward to Tour of Japan, as I love the riding there and the hill climbing. So hopefully I'm able to go there and be aggressive in the race.
Yes, let's see. I'm keen to see what you can do. And next rider, also a new rider on the team, and also something that stands for the new open idea of the team. We have kind of a Lachlan Morton of the Sauerland. Leonard Ferg is here with me. Hi, Leonard.
Hi, together.
And Leonard originally was completely a mountain bike racer. Now he found his way to the road. And Leonard, tell us, where do you come from and what do you expect of that year, or what are your goals?
Yeah, I'm come from Nordenau, that's near Winterberg, so I'm a real Sauerländer. And yeah, like you said, I was mountain biker the last years, and this year will my first season on the road.
Nice one. So, yeah, I think you will be a really good challenge for the roadies when it comes to descents. I know what mountain bikers can do there. All right, last but not least, we have a live Skype call to two familiar guys that are with the team quite long and are two of the most successful riders of the team. The Stockmann twins. Hi, guys.
Good evening.
Stockies, as you are called here in the team. Tell us, it's exciting night. You're gonna race the Ruby Race 2 tonight. What are you most excited about this year? What will change, and what are your goals for 2022?
Yeah, we are really excited with the Ruby platform and with the Saris rollers. It's amazing because you have almost no noise. And for the upcoming season, if you look at the schedule we have to start in Antalya, go to Rwanda, and so on and so on. Yeah, we are really happy to have such a nice schedule. I think a lot of riders can only dream about this. We are dreaming to win one of these races. For sure, in the Pro Peloton, it's not easy, but that's still the goal for the next season. And let's kick off with the race tonight. It's our first e-racing, so we are curious to see what's gonna happen.
Guys, if you two could choose one race you could win this year, which would it be?
Sauerland, for sure.
All right.
Yeah, let's agree on this one.
Great, okay, thank you guys. We'll see you when the race is on, and we'll have another short spot.
Okay, see you.
Hello, welcome back. Now, Dominic, is again with me, as I told you, and he's gonna tell us on what we are racing today. Like Dominic, what is the Ruvi app and what makes it so unique?
So as I mentioned, so we're literally bringing the reroutes from the outdoors indoors, and I think that's really exciting. And when you look at this setup, what you can see here is also exciting material that we have here. We have the interactive trainer from Saris. We have the Saris Infinity platform that allows the riders to really enjoy the movement on the platform, so that they are not that fixed to the cycling position. And all is of course connected to the Ruvi app. That makes it all possible. So what's quite interesting here with the interactive trainer is if you go uphill, the resistance changes, and if you go downhill, the resistance changes as well. So it makes the ride very interactive, for the rider, and that's what we do.
Yes, the first thing I noticed and what I think is really special is you race virtual, but these are actual routes, and actually today we're gonna race an actual World Tour race. So how is Ruvi doing that? How do they make it to bring actual roads in a virtual race?
Yeah, I think that's super exciting because we are literally able to bring the real routes to anybody's home. And today, as you mentioned, we'll be racing the La Vuelta stage 20 from La Vuelta 2021. And how we do that? Well, it's a quite complicated process, but if I just should explain it, we take a real video of the route and then we transform it into the 3D world so that we identify all the objects that are in the route, and we place there also the 3D avatars and the 3D branding, which makes it unique. And you will see it on the way today. There are a lot of banners. There are a lot of riders that will be riding around you, which makes this experience really entertaining and very interactive. And that's where we stand out, where bringing this feeling of racing on reroutes, no matter your location.
That sounds great and also looks great. I'm excited how it will be in the race. We can witness that in a few minutes. Today, you already told, we race an actual Vuelta stage, and actually how good is that? That stage is not even half a year ago, and it's already on the app and you can race it. We're going to race a part of the 2021 Vuelta Stage 20, the final time trial stage, and we're going to race the last part of it. That's going to be 14.8 kilometers and 527 meters of altitude. So kind of an uphill time trial. That's going to be challenging. We will witness a mass start. Everyone starts the same time, but it's going to be a time trial. So no drafting and no tactics. Everyone races all out for the 14.8 kilometers. And the first one to hit the line will be the winner. And in that, so on. We have a little video of the route, and where we can see how much uphill kilometers there are. All right, now you could have a look at where we are racing today, and we are waiting 10 minutes till the start. Everyone is excited here. I guess the boys are already warmed up. Time to look at the equipment of today. Maybe to have a first impression of the new bikes, and like that platform looks really exciting. And I think Frank can give us a little bit of an introduction of that crazy thing.
Yeah, so as you can see, if you see it from the side, the whole thing is actually moving front and back, so fore and aft movement and a side-to-side movement. First of all, this gives you a more natural ride feel. This is number one, so if you're riding for a while, this is actually less fatiguing. It's also helping to strengthen your core body in a different way, because you can just ride longer and enjoy the ride more and stay on the bike compared to a stationary trainer with the movement. Yeah, that's actually it. So it doesn't really bring an advantage in terms of wattage or output. It's just really a better ride feeling and a more healthy ride.
Yes, I can tell from my experience that a stationary trainer normally doesn't feel so natural, and as I already can see here, it's a supernatural movement on that one. Jörg.
Yeah, and maybe just one word. It's more than a rocker blade. It's because it moves fore and after, and it has a patented technology underneath with an arch that actually works with the gravity of the rider. So hashtag more than a rocker blade.
Crazy good, crazy good. All right, we are still here and we are still talking about changes. Jörg, the whole face of the team has changed. We are away from the old colors of the team. We are here in black and yellow. Tell us, how do you like the new jersey?
Yeah, we are really happy about it. The design is very cool. Someone on Instagram designed it for us. Jon Knoll and Per Münzermann did the contact.
Okay,
and he really made the design for us. And we say, okay, it's very cool. We had two options. We chose one. And now we're here with a black, yellow and gray combination. And it's from my point of view, it's really cool.
And the Hirsch is still with us.
Yeah, the deer is still there, and we changed it a little bit, but it's in our DNA, and so it's still on the jersey.
Yeah, Julian, you are our model here. You make a great job. All right, and of course, the equipment has changed.
Yes,
yeah, new bikes, totally awesome. Black and yellow too. New disc brakes, SRAM setup. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, it's a real beautiful bike. So when they arrived here at the service course and they came out of the car, we said, "Oh, what's that?" So it's a real nice and very clean, full carbon aerodynamic frame. It's from Benotti, and everything, the stem, the bar, everything is clean. Everything is aero, and it suits perfectly to the design, or it matches perfectly to the design, to the jerseys and everything. So we have black Arbus helmets, and I think in the race it will be a real highlight.
Yes, I'm excited to see them racing on that, and they look fast. All right, I think.
The disc brake is one point that you.
Tell us more about that, because
you wanted to tell it. You always made jokes about it last year.
You did that change pretty late in the peloton, but you did it now this year, and I think it's quite a lot of work to change everything in that direction.
Yes, last year we joked about it because Ineos was one of the teams, bigger teams that still used rim brakes, and
Ineos and Sauerland. Everyone knows this is the peak of the peloton.
Yeah, and now we changed to disc brakes, and I think maybe Ineos makes the same. So when they see that we change, they change it too. And it was a big step for us because we had to change everything. So we wait on in this year we start with engage wheels, and so in the races we will have a combination with a Gokizo hub and engage or IX lightness rims, and that is a big step for us.
Yes, always watch what the best ones are doing. Okay, I think we'll give the riders one few last minutes to warm up the legs, and then we'll go to the race and see what's happening. Maybe it's important to say now the roster for 2022, the 2 riders who are going to be chosen can only be under 23 riders. The races are accessible for everyone all over the world. Actually, one race has already taken place today in Asia time. 120 riders already did that course, but to make the selection for the team, you have to be an under 23 rider. All right, see you in a few minutes in the race. Hey Jörg, we can watch the riders warm up here on the virtual screen. We can watch your riders. Are you proud? Look at that setup. It looks really good.
Yeah, people can see what's behind the camera. So we everybody take a big effort in it, and so we can only see the beautiful thing here with the walls and the logos and everything. But behind it, it's a big thing for us, and now we are very proud about it.
Why don't you ride in the race?
Because I'm too old and too slow.
But you could. Maybe in the next race, I want to see you.
Yeah, maybe. And it's easier as to build up everything here and take care about it. So maybe it's easier to take part in the race as that.
Yeah, I have to say I love that new concept. Like I was wishing for that for a long time, that a company like Ruvi joins the road cycling sport and does an engagement there, and there starts some synergy in these two worlds. So many people are racing online or training online, and we have the riders at Sauerland racing on the road, and now that comes together, and like Frank already told, this is going to take 3 years minimum, that engagement, to grow the team and to give opportunity to riders to join the team from all over the world over online races. And that's something really unique. And you are part of that. That's cool.
Yeah, and if you have told me that 2 years ago, I haven't believed it, because when I saw all these virtual things, in the beginning it was a little bit strange for me, because I didn't use it. And over the past months it changed completely, because it's a new world, especially in winter. It's not any longer a boring trainer on the rollers. Now it's racing online, and that's really cool for us to be part of it. So I think we will start in 10 seconds.
Yes, now it's getting exciting. Yeah, countdown, 2, 1, and go. All right, let's see who takes the chance. As we can see in these online races, it's all out from the start. We expect 30 minutes of racing today, estimately. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. And yeah, who knows, racing is, you can tell this is going to be a threshold effort. So you have to time your power pretty good to keep it up for that 30 minutes. Who do we see? I already saw one of the Stockmans. We see Lennart here. I guess this is our Lennart with 5.8 watts per kilogram. Yeah, look at him. He's already giving it his best.
I think these are the first 3 riders now, and two of them from our team. Or isn't it?
Yeah, we are looking for better riders, don't we?
Yes, but...
Yeah, but the race takes a while, and let's see who can challenge these.
So we didn't tell our riders that we take 2 new riders, and the last riders from us we kick out.
Fired. Yeah.
But we tell it to them later, maybe for the last race.
Yeah. They're gonna be excited about that. Yeah, Julian Brown. Let's have a look at them. Already sweating.
So we are a little
Yes.
bit joking about it, but they do a hard job there, as you can see. So it's really racing. It's not a e-game. They are really on fire, and
Evan is
Evan
looking
is
a bit
laughing.
too relaxed, I think. But the race is won at the end. Okay, can we see some kind of classement? Can we see who are the first 3 or 5 riders? We are still with Evan here. Evan the Cabbage. Evan, are you still able to tell us where the cabbage comes from?
It's a funny story. So when I was, I guess, 15, I was under 5 feet tall, and apparently smaller people smell like cabbages. That's what my friends told me. So it just kind of stuck was Evan the Cabbage, and every game I play, it's always Evan the Cabbage. So yeah,
I can feel you. So yeah, we have a champion here, a champion in sweating. I can already witness that. But good to see. How many watts are you pushing? Yeah, you don't have to go more. What's your threshold?
Yeah, I think at the moment in winter around 390. And in summer it will be increase a little bit.
Okay. Don't go too hard now. Takes a while. Now I'll head over to our mountain bike ace. Still able to talk a bit?
Yes, a little bit.
How long do your normal mountain bike races take?
How long did I take mountain bike race?
Yeah, normally do you race like 1 hour? Do you race cross country or do you also race marathon?
So I race only cross-country races in the last year.
So it's more about like 1 hour to 1.5 hours or something, yeah? All right. So yeah, maybe how do you think? Do you think you are good prepared for 30 minutes?
Yeah, I think so.
What's the wattage you're gonna aim for? How many watts?
Maybe 330. It's my first online race, so we will see.
Yes, we will. Everybody will see. Okay, Jörg, now we have a closer look.
yeah, we have some information. Now we have the map here, and normally we should see the power here on the Ruby app.
And here we see
Yeah,
who's
and
first and who's second.
what we have to ask.
Yeah, but Jörg, we have some other topics to talk about.
Sit down or stand? We can stand here.
As you wish. Yeah, there are some more changes in the team. There is some more staff, I heard, like race directors.
Yes.
I think most of the people who know German cycling and continental cycling in Germany know Oschi, Wolfgang Oschwald. He's still with the team in 2022.
Yes, it's because cooperation with Federation of North Rhine-Westphalia. And since the beginning, Oschi is the director sportif of the team. So in this year, we add some more additional or some more director sportif, assistant director sportifs, as we say. And for example, these are Tanja Hennes or Raphael Hennes, also from the Sauerland, from Attendorn. And we try to train some new director sportifs at Gina Volkert, for example. And so we try to grow also on this part and not only with the riders.
Yeah, and so you can like bring 2 teams in different races. You can like not only go to one race, but still have a functioning team for another race.
Yeah, for example, in the beginning of March, we will be in Belgium and Istrien in the same time, and then again in the Netherlands and again in Istrien. And so we need 2 director sportifs and two teams of staff, and we try to build that up.
And Raphael and Tanja Hennes are also really experienced in that. I know them for long in positions like that.
Yeah, they are as long as Oshi in the cycling scene, and they also have history and some experience. And yeah, we are really happy to have them on board.
Yeah. You already have 12 riders on the team now, and there are a lot of familiar faces. Maybe let's start to go through the guys who are already on. And first name I have on my list is Per Münstermann. Tell us a bit about Per.
Per came to us when he stepped up from the junior category to the under 23 category, and he's still a big talent. And so we saw it in the first years when he was with us. Unfortunately, after the first lockdown or after the first break, because of Corona, he struggled a little bit, and he never showed his 100% that he has. And so we decided to work together with him, also in the elite category, because now he's out of the under 23 category, and we hope to help him to do the step to a pro rider.
To develop again. Yeah, he's actually pretty young, still 22 years old.
Yes, but so normally it's a game. If you are out of the under 23, people say, it's an older one. But we still trust in him, and so he's still on board.
And he was part of one of the biggest successes in the past year. You won the German championship in team time trial.
Yes,
and he's a quite good time trialist, I guess.
Yeah, he's very strong in all categories, so not only in time trial. When he would lose some weight, he would also be a good climber and a very good all-rounder. So the biggest success of him was the national championship title in team time trial, and that's it about Per.
Yes. Let's go to the Stockmanns again. Like the twins are on the team for how long?
I think they're in the third year now. I think so. Yes, and so we are really happy that they continue with us, and so they are always good for the atmosphere in the team. We can ask them about races in Belgium. They help us to catch some invitations to big races in Belgium, and they are really Belgium riders. So they go in every attack, and if they are not ill, you can count on them, and they are always in front of a race.
Yeah, and Belgium is the heart of cycling. We have to talk about the Sauerland-Renn-Team last year and this year. Last year it was heartbreaking to see Michiel take second place in the race, and I witnessed it from the commentary cabin, and I thought he had already won, but he lost his chain. It was heartbreaking.
Yes, because we saw it on the live stream, and I was in the car in front of the peloton. And I saw the sprint began, and I thought, he got it. And then we stand behind the finish line. He came over the finish line, and he cried directly, and we thought, what's going on? And he told us about the chain, and we thought, it can't happen. And after that, we saw it in the stream that the chain went down, and that was the game. But for us and for the hearts, he was a winner.
Have you been disappointed a lot, or could you build him up a bit?
Yeah, we helped him to come up, but honestly, we were in the race, and Heiko and we were the race directors, and first of all, we were very happy that the race went fine, that nobody crashed, that everything was good, and so we thought, second place, but at the end, we were proud to have him on the podium. His brother Abraham was also the whole team was strong on that day, and so in the end we won the Bundesliga, the German league, in the team category, and so there was no reason to be very disappointed.
Yeah, of course. Let's stay at this topic, because maybe today, or most probably, there are people from all over the world watching us, and when we say Sauerland-Renn-Team, we have to talk about what is taking place this year? Normally the Sauerland-Rundfahrt is in autumn and it's a Bundesliga race, big one. This year it's going to take place in summer. Why is that?
Because we will organize the German Professional Cycling Championships here in the Sauerland for the under 23 category in time trial, for the women in time trial and men category in time trial, and on road racing for men and women too. And this will be on the last weekend in June. And these German national championships are instead of the classic Sauerland-Rundfahrt. So this year we will not have a Sauerland-Rundfahrt. So Stockies, don't be disappointed. You could win next year, not this year, because you will ride the Belgium championships, or you change your citizenships to Germany maybe. And yeah, this is a big highlight for us to do that, to organize it, and our idea is to do the Sauerland-Rundfahrt as a UCI race into the next year.
Great, awesome. I'm looking forward to that, and I hear we have another short commercial. Genau, die Stockis könnte man auch mal zuschalten jetzt.
Können wir die Tür mal aufmachen, dass die nicht so...
Back. Let's have a look at the guys. Still really hard sweating. Maybe I'm gonna ask the regie to give us a sight of the Stockis again. We have them still online and they are racing in Belgium. Maybe we can have a view. Ah, yeah. I see them. Stockis, are you still online? Do you still hear me?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit, okay. Yeah, you have to talk. It's you don't have a chance now. How's the race going? Who's leading from you two?
Michiel. But still some chances to get back.
Okay, who's first? Tobias. Tobias from Germany is first.
So we have the first three riders are from Germany. It's Tobias, and then Sir Velo, it's a nickname, and Johannes 03. And on the fourth place is Stocki. I think it's Abraham. Then we have Tom from Austria, and on the sixth place is Julian Braun. He's fully on fire, but
yeah. Julian, keep going. But it's nice to see that the first three riders are not in your team already, so maybe you can get a strong one.
Yes, maybe. So that's why we are doing that. So we really hope to have strong riders.
Actually, that Tobias guy is pretty fast. He's already done 9.3 kilometers, so 5 kilometers to go, and he's there.
Yeah. And on the seventh place is Dominic from Switzerland, and on the eighth place
already recognized him.
Yeah, and on the eighth place is Johan Dollinger, and he joined us in the test ride on last Wednesday. He was in the chat with us. We spoke with him, and he asked us a lot of questions, and I think he prepared very well, as you can see on the eighth place. And on the ninth place is Travis Bramley from UK. So we are very international here. And on the 10th place is Abraham, and then on the 11th it's Bram Rombouts.
Yes, also from Belgium.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, when I look at the guys, it's not super ideal here because they don't have ventilation. What's super important when you have to be successful in an online race, you have to keep your body cool and make sure that you don't overheat. Actually, the race today is not so long, so they can be fast too. But I hope everyone at home who wants to join the race and wants to join the team has good ventilation here and can keep the body cool. Jörg, let's go on with the team. There are some new riders we didn't talk about already, and I have the name Max Briese in my head. Tell us more about him.
Yeah, Max
He's super young.
Yeah, Max is super young. He last year he was still under 90 in the under 90 category, and So this is a real exciting story because Andre Greipel came to us and asked if it's possible to take him into the team because he's a trainer and the advisor of him, or the mentor maybe. They came from Rostock both, and so the thing is, Max is a track sprinter only. He didn't know road races over the past years, and he had no experience in road racing. He didn't know criteriums. He was only on track. So he won a silver medal in sprint in the World Championships last year, and his dream is to become a road professional cyclist. And we found it very interesting, his story and his idea and his goals. And we met him first time in Bütgen at the winter track series that was held in December in Bütgen. And he was directly in the game with all the older elite riders, and he won scratch races and point races. And we offered him a contract directly because we also share the idea that he could be a very good sprinter, and now he was in the trainings camp with us. He did some good trainings rides, and we are happy to see what he will do in the first races in spring.
Yeah, let's be honest. When Andre Greipel comes and recommends you a rider, that has to have some basis. Yeah? When Andre thinks he can be good, maybe you grabbed a really good one.
Yeah, that's why I directly offered a contract. So Andre had the idea to bring him, or to wait till April or March or May or so that he could do some criteriums first. But I offered him directly a contract, and he said, I'm happy that he signed it directly.
Yes. Okay, let's see. We are 11 kilometers into the race. Okay, time to talk about two young guys, Tim Nefken, Julian Boresch, both 19 years old. Tell us more about them.
Yeah, they are with us since last year, so they're in the second year of the under-23 category. Both are real nice guys, and Julian is also nominated for the under-23 German national team, so for the road team, and they are big talents both. And Tim Nefken has to do a little work in training and racing, and but we also hope to develop him that he could also to be a good sprinter, or a good all-rounder.
Actually, I met Julian Boresch a few times while training myself in the Bergische Land, and he's a cool guy. I like him.
Yeah, and there's also a funny fact because his coach or his trainer is his teacher, his sports teacher.
Okay.
She made all the plans for him, and that's always a fun fact.
Nice to hear. Okay, another really young guy is Siljas Köch. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, or she came to me and said, we checked all the junior talents last year, and he said we have to sign with Sidas because he's a big talent, and he do a lot of he make a lot of effort in to become a cyclist too. He started a little bit late, so I think he started with cycling 3 or 4 years ago, and he moved from Hamburg to Cologne only for the reason to become a cyclist. Cool. Because he's closer to races. We have more races here in North Rhine-Westphalia. Belgium is closer, so he decided to move only for that reason. And he lives alone here in Cologne now, I think. And that's again, it's a reason to sign with somebody like that big.
Jörg, we have a few here to one international participant of the race. Super interesting to see who's joining us all over the world. I think we also have like no, not yet. This is Travis. We see here. Maybe he's listening to us. I don't know. On the big screen we have Stocki. Don't know which one. You can recognize them, Jörg.
Not on Ruby, because they are looking the same on Ruby. In the meantime, I really I know.
It's a tough challenge.
But in the first year, I always say Stocki 1 and Stocki 2, and I didn't know who it is. But my son, he was able to.
Can you give me an explanation? How can I know who is who?
On the bike, one is looking like I don't know, like a turtle, because he puts the head up always, and you say, that's Abraham. So it's easy to.
Abraham the turtle.
Yeah. And so Abraham at the moment he's on the 10th position, and his brother Michiel is still on the 4th place.
We have a contestant from Austria who made it inside the top 3 now.
Yeah, there are some changes now.
Yeah.
So Johan Dollinger is still on the 6th place.
Okay, maybe before we come to the super hot segment of the race, 2 kilometers, and then we are inside the last one. It's super steep at the moment. Look at this. We can see how steep that road is at the moment. The guys have to push a lot of watts and are going really, really slow.
And that is really cool here on Ruby, because you see the real landscape and not a virtual one. So you know where you are. You know why it feels so bad, because it's uphill and you can see the mountain, and it's very painful, and you can see that, and I like it.
Yes, and you will also remember our both good friend Ben Zwiehoff had to do that a few months ago, exactly that one. And it's easy to see why he did that pretty well. Yeah. Mostly uphill. Okay.
So I think at the moment we go uphill, and that's why Julian is a little bit behind, but I'm pretty sure that he will come back when it goes downhill and on the flat. So he's fighting a lot.
Yeah, Julian, look at the profile at the end. It's yellow and green again. Push through it, push through it.
So you are not so far.
Evan, where are you on the course?
Just before the part.
Yes. In the steep part, you're going to catch the others, you know it.
Brauchst du Wasser im Kopf?
Okay. Jörg, let's have a seat. I think we have 2 riders left we didn't talk about.
Yeah.
Johannes Adamitz.
Yeah, Adamitz is he's a very experienced rider, and he's with us now in the 3rd year, I think so. And it's maybe a little bit like Per. He never showed 100% of what he could.
What he's
do.
capable of, yes.
Yeah, and so last year he had bad luck. He crashed heavily in the Tour of Turkey. I can't remember exactly. I think in the downhill, and they brought him to hospital, and he was there, and we repatriated him, and he was out for I think 8 months after surgeries, and so and at that time it looked very bad for him, and then we were really happy that he came back and did a very solid German championships. I think he was on the 20th place or so, but the race was really good, and so he came back. He did some good results, but not as good as he could do in a normal season.
Yeah, he seems like a good climber, and I hope this year the national championship will suit him again, and he can show what he's capable of.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of climbs in the race, because it's the regular course of the Sauerland-Renn-Team, and the finish will also be uphill. And if he's in shape, it's a race of him for sure.
Good to hear. Fingers crossed. Okay, last but not least, our friend Johan Knolle. The tall guy who lives also not far from here. He has shown some really good results, really powerful races at the end of the last season. And I think we both are excited to see what he's capable of doing in the spring.
Yeah, Jon is really can you say powerhouse in English?
Powerhouse, yes.
Yeah, and he's very strong. And it began 2 years ago that he showed what he could do with some great results, and yeah, he confirmed that last year. We always thought that he did maybe his first win somewhere in a UCI race or so. So he was on the podium 2 times in France and in Italy, and he was very close to his first international win. And hopefully he will do that this year, and hopefully we will see him in a World Tour team or in a pro team, maybe with us together.
Yes.
But normally he should be in a bigger team.
Yes, I'm curious what he can do, and I think with the results that he scored at the end of last year, he's totally capable of promoting himself or going up. Exciting to see if he can do it.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's actually exactly what you want to do with that team. Like, give strong riders like him the opportunity to show himself and to take a step up. And now it's time to talk about where will you be able to do that next year? Like, what is the race program? Where do you start? What are the highlights? Where can the guys be seen?
So first race will be in Antalya, in the Tour of Antalya. It's a 2.1 UCI race, a stage race, and there we will compete with a lot of big teams. I think there will be some World Tour teams, a lot of pro teams, and as a continental team we will be some of the smaller teams there. And I've seen the stages a little bit, and yeah, there's one hilly race with a hill climb at the end, or with a mountain finish, or with a summit finish.
Yes.
And yeah, hopefully maybe Johannes Adamitz could show a good form there, or good race there. And after Antalya, we will go forward to the Tour of Rwanda. It's again a 2.1 race, again with a lot of. Now I've seen.
We have a winner. We have to interrupt you.
Sorry.
We have a winner in 28 minutes. This is faster than the first race of the day. Huh?
We are really sorry that we missed it. We thought it's still in.
Fact, Tobias, you have been too fast.
Repeat it, please.
Congratulations so far. Tobias and Sir Velo are the first two to make it to the finish line. And Tom of Austria is joining them to complete the podium. 50 meters left, 20 meters left. We have 2 Germans, 1 Austrian guy. Fourth is going to be the Swiss guy, Dominik Weiss. And one of the Stockies will join them as 5th.
So he's in front of Johannes Dollinger. And then on the 7th place is Travis Bramley. Stocki is doing a good final at the moment, and then Johannes 03 comes. So Stocki finished on the 4th place.
Let's have a look for the guys who are pedaling here with us.
Yeah, Julian is the best of them.
Julian is the best of them, and he has 800 meters left. Julian, go for it, 800 meters. He doesn't look so pleased.
So he's really fighting.
Yes, good to see them suffer. It's all about that. Evan out of the saddle.
So Johannes Dollinger is on the 6th place. He finished. A very good race of him. I think, when I remember correctly, he's very young. He's 19 years old. And I think when I'm not wrong, he's from Stuttgart.
Still uphill for Julian. 600 meters left, but painful 600 meters. Abraham Schockmann, 400 meters to go. It's good to see you guys like this, so everybody can imagine how it is to ride such a race at home. Everybody of the 3 guys is now wishing to finish finally. How far is Lennart here? Not so far to go. Under 300 meters.
400 meters. Julian,
Still uphill.
Alle, alle, alle. So I prefer the lake ride on Wednesday evening without racing.
Yes. I know why you don't join them. Let's continue. The tour of Antalya is the first one, but one of the most interesting ones, you gonna race a race in Africa. Tell us about that.
About the Tour of Rwanda.
Yeah,
I heard a lot of it. So it's a very famous race with a very famous cobblestone uphill, and it's a moor of Kigali, I think. It's the capital.
Yes.
It's the capital city of Rwanda, and it's also the city where we live in that week. And we are really looking forward for that race. Also because our colleague Vinita, she works in our office. She's for 1 year in Rwanda, and she will join us there. And so there are many reasons why we are looking forward to go to Rwanda. Yeah.
How many stages are the Tour of Rwanda?
I think it's directly a big race, about 8 stages.
Okay.
7 or 8.
And there's also a lot of international competition there. I think French Conti teams and development teams are there.
Not only continental, there are also World Tour teams. So
Okay.
Israel Cycling, for example, and I think Cofidis and all the French teams will be there.
Yeah.
And we.
Great to see you joining races internationally like that and make cycling more open on that way. Julian is finished.
He will hate us.
Yes.
So everybody's happy about the new concept, but not Julian.
Yeah, still a lot of guys going there. Jörg, maybe at the end we can talk about what do you expect of that whole process? Like we all could witness this race today and see how hard it is to finish that one and to finish it in such a good time. There are going to be 4 races of that. Like the first one is this time trial uphill. We have a hilly race. We have a more flat race. We have a time trial at the end. 4 guys will be chosen. You told us it's going to be a jury who will choose them. Like it's not only about the result.
It's not only about results. So first of all, we had the same race in Asia today. And we will have a look on this too. Now I see that Lennart will finish the race.
Yes, Lennart. You made it.
He's at the finish line now. Well done, Lennart. So he also will hate us about this. And coming back to your question, it's not only about results. So we check the results, but we also look behind the result. Who is it? Is he able to come into the team from the human side? And what is he doing next to cycling? What he did in the past? And then we find out who will be the 4 candidates.
And exactly, 2 guys will join the team, but at first you choose 4 guys. And from these 4 guys, you choose in person. You invite the 4 guys, as I understood it, to the team camp, to Girona, and there you have a few days with them, check out how they work with the team, how they interact, and how strong they are on the road, and then it's a process to select 2 of them.
Yes, that's exactly what it is, and I think we will do some rides with them to do hard rides, also like coffee rides, to find out who they are.
You have to be good in coffee rides too.
Yes, and no, the stuff has to be good in beer drinking, but not the riders. But we check them in detail, and then it's up to the jury.
Cool stuff. Yes, I think we got a pretty good view into the team tonight and what's going to happen this year, and everything's going to happen like before the races start. Actually, you have a race before the team camp already. Do you?
Yes, of course. We have.
It's going on pretty soon. Yeah.
Next, no, not next week. The week after, the first part of the team starts to Rwanda, to Antalya and Rwanda, and we have a lot of race days before the team camp. Yes.
Okay. All right, and then that selection process is going to take place. You have some time in the team camp together, maybe can enjoy the Spanish sun a bit, and form the team finally. And we're going to join that again.
Yes.
So, yeah, thank you all for being here tonight. I think the people had a pretty good view inside the team, know what Ceres Ruby Sauerland is in 2022, and yeah, thank you for being here too.
Thank you, Basti, for the moderation. It was very cool. Yeah, and now we see what our riders are doing here. Maybe we eat a pizza and they recover well.
Yeah, good luck for everyone out there who's trying to be in here in the next few weeks.
And thanks for everybody in the race, for every participant. So we check the results later, also the results from Asia that were done this midday. And we are looking forward for the next race on next Saturday.
Bye-bye, guys.
Goodbye.